Hi, my name is Vance Williams. This recording might be a little long, so go ahead and listen to the first minute. If you like it, listen to the next minute. If you like that, keep listening. This is not a sales pitch. It's more of a sketch of some of the pieces of our vision. This is an exciting time because this is the final piece. I want to be clear that the ad and this recording is about 1 to 3 people who are very specific. I'm looking for someone who wants to build a $50,000 to $100,000 per month income. And for those who have that kind of drive and ability, we're also going to tap you into money that's only given to partners. This is $1 million to $10 million in bonuses over 3 years. Now that's 1 to 10 people, not hundreds of people. So I'm looking for someone or a few people to head the core sales team. No one needed to tell me what I needed to do in my role. No one needed to tell the development team what to do. I'll help, of course. But when it comes to this role that you're looking at, I'm looking for someone who can just get it done and who doesn't need to be told what to do. And for that person, the rewards can be staggering. So let me tell you how this all began. In 1995, I went from a working stiff to someone making $10,000 a month in just 3 weeks. Not only that, I did it working from home. I then helped others learn how to do the same. It was one of the most fun and rewarding experiences that I've ever had. But then, sometime later, some of the top salespeople had a disagreement with the company, which led to the whole thing being destroyed. For most of the people I knew, it was heartbreaking. I continued forward trying to recreate that experience. Sometimes I was able to for a little while. But the companies always had problems. Sometimes I could contribute and fix problems, but in the end, the same thing happened. Through fear, greed, or just incompetence, they failed. And sometimes they didn't fail. Sometimes they just changed things so that it was no longer the same opportunity. But there came a time when the most important thing in sales was taken from me. Confidence. Confidence is the single most important thing we have in sales. It's what makes us influential. How could I go forward with pure confidence, knowing that what I was working on would likely not be around in the near future? What I'm going to tell you about you've never seen before. Call it revolutionary or next generation, whatever. But it's essentially solving problems so that we can get back to just having fun and making money and helping others do the same. Think about it. I love home-based business. I'm great at it. I know how to make 5 figures very quickly just working from home a few hours a day. And yet, I don't buy into any home-based business anymore. I think there are tens of thousands of people just like me looking for what we've created right here. As I said, fear, greed, and incompetence were usually the reasons that companies failed. But there was something else. The home-based business systems have flaws. It isn't just someone running off with the money or making bad decisions. For example, I told you that the first brilliant opportunity I was a part of imploded because of a conflict between salespeople and the company. Think about that for just a moment. The company always stacks the deck totally in their favor. In fact, they basically get you to agree from day one that they have the right to change anything they want, anytime they want. Now, while this may sound like sound business to a business owner, there are 2 problems with this. First of all, it's an unfair agreement, particularly with a salesperson who's the most important ingredient in your entire operation. Secondly, it's short-sighted, and here's why. There comes a time when a salesperson builds such a strong team that they now have more power than the company, and they can threaten to leave. That almost always results in the same outcome. Either the company kicks them out, causing a shakeup and threatening the business for everyone else, or the top distributors leave, causing the same thing. In fact, in this crazy type of business model, some companies actually plan on this. They know at some point there's going to be a shakeup, but their goal in the relationship is to get as many loyal customers who just love the product before that breakup happens. As one example, I observed this where there was a terrible shakeup, but the company was left with customers buying $300,000 a month in product each and every month. There's nothing about the current home-based business systems that prevent or enable you to resolve such a conflict. Now let me share another fact. With the right product, right price point, and right compensation, it's perfectly realistic for someone to replace their income very fast. I did it many times, and I did it without having a network of people to plug into it. My point is that there's a known way to do it, and I'll talk more on that in a bit. Okay, so here's what we did. In 2018, I saw that blockchain technology would allow us to solve these problems. In short, there's a trust issue, right? I mean, that's what I was experiencing. What this technology allows us to do is to automate the power that is the source of the corruption. I knew I needed to find the right development team, but that took 3 years. The team has to be motivated, recognize the vision, and have the skills and ability to do it. That's a tall order. But part of the motivation of our development team is that they had problems. Just like us, they had many issues with home-based business companies, deal-killing problems. So in a very direct way, they were in need of this same solution. Turns out that formulators and product suppliers are having the very same problem, but I'll touch on that in just a bit. My development team has developed systems for home-based business that did $1 billion in sales in a single year. So we're in a position to scale from day one and do that in many languages. In addition, the team has extensive experience in blockchain development. That represents millions of dollars in value. And all of that is in place now and will unfold with our business plan. We designed compensation that pays more than anything I've ever seen before. I'm not new to this. I designed my first plan in 1997, which was focused on paying the people who do the work. This plan was also created to operate with smart contracts on the blockchain. So why did we do all that? Simple. The future is going to be very different from what we've known in the past. The number one benefit of this new technology is that we no longer have to trust a person or a group of people. As an example, let's imagine that you're buying some fish. From the moment the fish is caught, sold, shipped, transported to other places, all of it, information can be entered on the blockchain so that you know exactly what you're buying. You don't have to trust a company or anyone in authority to give you the straight scoop. You may have heard about how record companies ripped off artists for decades. That's gone bye-bye. Now there are a growing number of communities with artists, musicians, studio musicians, engineers, and even fans. They create the music. Then when someone downloads the song, anyone who's entitled to money receives it instantly and automatically. There's no way for the record company to change something or even run off with the money because your money's never coming to them. So I saw that we could create a new business model and solve these problems. It works just like that. When a product is purchased by a customer, all funds are dispersed instantly. This creates a system so efficient that the company can operate with 5%. Our company was not created for owners. Our company was created specifically for the salesperson, who's the most important ingredient in any operation. Nothing is more important than that person. And I'm not just talking about top producers. I'm talking about mid-level people, those who aspire, those who just want to share something with their friends in the knitting circle. There's not a one-sided agreement that allows our company to change anything we want. The company's not actually doing much, as you'll see. One role the company does have is choosing products, but watch how this works. In my discussions with manufacturers, formulators, and suppliers of some of the best products you can find, they were immediately interested in what we're doing. They are so tired of how things are done in home-based business. They have their problems with the home-based business models, and they love what we're doing. It seems to me that the most capable people, perhaps tens of thousands of people like me, and hundreds of suppliers, they've grown weary of short-term thinkers. That's what this is when you boil it all down. The number one ingredient in success is always deferred gratification. That's whether you're wanting to lose weight or build $1 million income. Short-term thinkers are incapable of long-term success, and I see this as a big part of the problem. So our company's more like Amazon. We're not a supplier of products. There's no reason for us to be involved in production, inventory, or fulfillment. And get this, these product suppliers will drop ship to our customers for the same price they sell large inventories to some of their biggest clients. So you could say they're craving this new and simpler way of doing business. So we focus on customer development, they focus on fulfillment. So products are supplied by what we call vendors. It's in their best interest to provide value at the best price, because the better they do that, the more likely our people are going to want to share their product. and know that I'm only interested in offering products that work. In terms of products and commissions, our system only focuses on the available commissions. The vendors get their money, our company gets 5%, everything else is paid out in commissions. So all we need to know is how much money is available for commissions. It doesn't matter what the product is. It could be travel with very low margins or digital products with very high margins. The system only wants to know how much can we pay out. Super simple. Because the company is neither managing the money or the products, this is very efficient. Those low costs mean being able to be more competitive on pricing for just about any product, and there's higher commissions available. So this is not like any home-based business you've seen before. We can run any products of interest through the system. I'm working with formulators and testing products right now. For example, I've had trouble losing the same 20 pounds for years. I've lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks using a product. This is the kind of product that you can lead with. If people are getting those results, it can really blow up. But that's for people interested in losing unwanted fat. That may not be what you're passionate about. Is it travel? Is it wellness? Is it living to be 100 years old? Is it cryptocurrency? Is it human potential? The point is that I want you to share products that you love and believe in. And while that may take a minute to get your mind around, that's exactly what we've created here. But at the same time, there's no reason to limit your business to just that. If 10 people respond to an ad, historically, how many of them might really be interested in what you're doing? One maybe? Our business model changes that. As we grow and diversify our product offers, you can direct people to what they're most interested in. They're on your team, making you money, even if they're primarily sharing a product that you neither own or use. This is what I call decentralized sales. It's a phenomenal innovation that does two things. First, it increases the percentage of people that will be interested in what you're sharing, and secondly, it minimizes the competitive issues that happen in most competing sales organizations. A truly great opportunity cannot logically be created, not very often. It has to come together connecting dots that only happen if you pursue your interests and your passion. Me working to solve my problems led to me connecting with major players that want to solve their own problems. But I didn't get there in a straight line in any case. The Beatles had done extraordinary work with their music for years with limited success. What was the one thing that happened that clicked into place that resulted in them launching into unparalleled success and fame? It was when Ringo, the drummer, joined the band. Those of you with wisdom that comes from experience will understand what I'm telling you. So that's a little introduction. We're ready to get going right now. There's more to share with you, but that's a good start. I did not talk the development team into allocating massive resources that it took to get our operation in place. I didn't talk product suppliers or manufacturers into doing all the work in drop shipping for each of our customers for a very low price. I only told them about our vision, and they were all over it. So if you want to talk, know that I'm not going to try to talk you into anything. I'm looking for the final 1 or 2 band members. We have a lead product that we're going to begin with that's digital, so it has a very high commission payout. The price point is designed for value and to achieve the goal of being able to provide enough money for a person with some ability to replace their income in their first month. I already have more than 30 different products that have been brought to me in a very short period of time. Out of those 30, a few are remarkable. Out of those few, maybe 2 could be their own lead product, with their own top leaders doing presentations, building new salespeople, and lots of customers. So there's more to know, but that's the essence of it. And it comes down to this. I think bringing these kinds of solutions to this big industry gives us at least $1 billion potential. And I honestly believe it's much more than that. But not just because it solves a problem in a $189 billion industry. The future is coming at us with increasing speed. A while back, I looked at the list of the top 100 projects in this space. 92 of them had billion-dollar valuations, but only a handful were doing anything in the real world. They have a vision to solve a problem and then take 3 to 7 years or more before there are any real-world users. Our project creates adoption and new users from day one. The community we build is not just a big sales organization. It's also a community in this new future space where we have a token economy and where our focus is end users and building utility. This would be like the early days of the internet when most developers were still focused on infrastructure, and we come along and say, you know what? We can create real-world applications now. Why not start building websites for companies? But it all began because I found a way to live the life I wanted working from home. And I found a way to help others do the same. Then, one group, one person, and one company after another undermined that beautiful thing. Now for more than 25 years. That's what this is about. I'm not trying to prove anything. I just understand that there's a way for people to get what they want and no structure for them to create that lasting success. I just need a small handful of people who can take the lead. I'm happy to help, but I'd like to talk with you and find the person who sees what we see. So if you're interested, reply to my ad and write to me. Share whatever you like about yourself. Feel free to ask questions and let me know when you're available to talk. Thank you.